Hello everyone, welcome back. In the previous video about optimism, we had discussed regarding the Optimism Collective and the Foundation. Today we'll be looking at one of the governing bodies of the Optimism Collective, which is called the Token House. So the Token House basically consists of all the token holders of the Optimism token, which is called OP. Now, how can you become a token house member? Since you need to possess the OP tokens to be considered a part of the token house, there are some ways through which OP tokens are acquired. One of which is called airdrops, which is basically a way of distributing tokens to existing users based on some specific criteria like participating actively in the ecosystem or contributing to the super chain, etc. Another way to acquire OP tokens is through cryptocurrency trading platforms. So, by setting up an account and completing the required verification process, users can also gain access to the OP token market. Lastly, staying engaged within the Optimism ecosystem, it also presents opportunities for earning OP tokens. Like the individuals, they can contribute to the development or testing or promotion of Optimism's technology, and through this way, they can also qualify for token rewards or other incentives. Moving on, let's discuss about the role of these OP token holders. First is participation and governance. So they have the opportunity to take part in the decentralized decision making processes that govern the optimism ecosystem. So instead of a centralized authority making decisions, the community collectively participates in discussions so that they can influence the direction of the ecosystem. Next, we have voting privileges. So, OP token holders they are granted the ability to cast votes on significant matters affecting the Optimism network. So, when key decisions are put to a vote, like protocol upgrades or adjustments to fee structures, token holders they can participate by casting their votes. The outcome of these votes determines the direction that the Optimism ecosystem takes. Then we have proposal rights. So they do possess the right to propose changes, updates, and even enhancements to the Optimism protocol. And to do that, they submit proposals where they outline all the modifications or improvements they believe would benefit the protocol. So these proposals could cover a wide range of topics like technical upgrades or changes in governance processes as well. Lastly, shaping the network's future. So, by proposing ideas, participating in discussions, and even casting votes, token holders directly influence the decisions that impact the protocol. So, this active engagement plays a crucial role in determining the evolution and the growth of the optimism ecosystem as well. So, these are the valid proposal types where the token house acts as the proposing house. First is governance fund. So the token house can propose on how the funds can be used to support the development of the optimism ecosystem and even grow its community. Then we have treasury appropriations. So they can decide on how many OP tokens should the foundation spend on an annual basis as well. Protocol upgrade. So the token house can also propose on if there are any changes required to be made to the main rules of Optimism's on-chain technology. Code of conduct violations. So they can address and resolve any violations of the Optimism community's rules which are being done by the members. Then we have inflation adjustment. This means that they can propose increasing or even decreasing the rate at which new tokens are created within the Optimism ecosystem. So, in this way, they are also playing an important role in managing the supply of OP tokens. Collective council or advisory board member removal. So they can also propose on removing a member from a leadership role within the collective council or advisory board due to failure to meet responsibilities or they aren't able to maintain integrity. Same is the case with directors as well. So if they're not working in the best interests of the protocol, then they can be removed as well. Council dissolution, they can submit a proposal to disband any governing body within Optimism if it is ineffective or they no longer are serving its intended purpose. Reflection period proposals, which also include elections. This takes place after the voting cycle where they discuss about trying out new ideas for how the Optimism ecosystem should run. Rights protections. So, if there are any proposed changes being made by the foundation which will have a negative impact on the rights of token holders, then they can veto. Lastly, ratification, where formal approval needs to be given on essential documents that govern the structure of the Optimism network. Lastly, seasons and voting cycles. So, seasons are distinct periods of governance operations, and each of these have their own unique timeline and objectives. During each season, the token house voting occurs through a 3 week voting cycle, and these cycles, they're basically specific phases within a season during which the token holders participate in the governance process, and they even propose and vote on governance proposals. After this, we have the reflection period, as I had discussed previously. And following that, special voting cycles are conducted where they focus specifically on voting for proposals that aim to modify the collective structure. It is during these cycles that the changes made during the reflection period are voted upon. So that's all for this video. Stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching.